Well, hello. I'm glad you decided to join us today. Today's part 2 of Nerdy's massive Christmas movie list. There are so many good and fantastic movies on the Christmas list, and we're going to talk about a couple of them. Man, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it before, but Invader Coffee. If you haven't tried them, you should. They don't pay me. It's just delightful. So, I hope your weekend was great. Mine, as usual, is fantastic. But we're not here to talk about me. Let's get into the meat of the subject. The first movie on our list today is Die Hard. What? Nerd? That's an action movie. It's not Christmassy. Wrong answer. Die Hard is a definitive Christmas movie. From the music, from the very beginning of the movie, the music, and the whole thing takes place during a Christmas party. Duh. It is as festive. There's snow, for goodness sake. It's amazing. And it is completely Christmassy. Now, side note. Mother, you can't watch this one. It's got a bunch of pow-pow and some language. My apologies. Now, if you watch it on cable, all that'll be taken out. You'll be fine. Sorry. There's a huge argument to be had. Many people say it's not a Christmas movie. I think that's silly. Everything in it is Christmassy. Even quite a few of the quips are Christmassy, or plays on Christmas statements. As in, now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Well, who do you think the ho-ho-ho's talking about if not Santa Claus? That's Christmassy. Now look, we all know that Bruce Willis hasn't done a good movie in years. Now somebody hands him a little bit of money and he shows up for a couple of hours, does the smallest amount of work possible, and now said company can put that the amazing Bruce Willis is in their movie. It's sad but true. He no longer cares. But when Die Hard came out, well, he cared. Bruce Willis used to be like the epitome of action star back in the 80s. And even in the 90s. I, for one, have liked many a Bruce Willis movie. And I'm sure most of you, normies and nerds alike, can think of one or two that you love in general of his movies. Last Boy Scout was a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen that, check it out. But it's not on the Christmas list. So that's number one. And this next one is for sure an argument. Because as far as I know, I'm the only person that thinks this. But the next movie is Lethal Weapon. Yes. The first iconic movie with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. The epitome of a buddy cop movie. And at the very beginning, it starts with a half-naked suicide with Christmas lights galore. From there it moves on to a cocaine-addled Christmas tree scene. I mean, come on. There's Christmas carols sung through it. It is definitely a Christmas movie. Sorry, Mom. You can't watch this one either. Now look. This is the flip side of the coin of when an actor gets older. Whereas Bruce Willis is doing the bare minimum to get a paycheck, Mel Gibson is still acting and giving it everything he's got in every movie he's in. Look at Fat Man that came out a couple years ago, or a year ago, whatever it was. And that's on our list. We will be talking about it in detail later. But it's a brilliant movie. And on top of that, Lethal Weapon 5. Can you believe 5? We're going to get the movie nobody asked for, but everybody deserves. One final outing with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. Lethal Weapon 5. And if all goes according to plan, Mel Gibson will be directing. Because sadly, the director of these movies passed away recently. Richard Donner. He's gone. And he was one of the greats. But he passed the torch to Mel Gibson. And Mel Gibson is a brilliant director. Sometimes. Sometimes he's not. But the point is, he gives 100% every time he steps in front of or behind the camera. Now look, I get it. Some people hate him because he said some really bad things before. Okay. For you people that hate him, have you never said anything you regret? Or that could be taken badly? This whole thought process of cancel culture is ridiculous. Mel Gibson was shunned for years. And he seems to be back now. And I, for one, am happy. He's a great actor. And he puts it all on the line in front and behind the camera. He works from sun up to sundown to make it count. So that's that. If the choice is between Mel Gibson and Bruce Willis, Mel Gibson wins, hands down, every time. So there you go. That's our 2 Christmas movies for today. I will be back with more. I hope you enjoy these movies. I hope you enjoy my videos talking about these movies. But that's it for today. I'll see you later. From Michael the Microphone, Squeaky Chair, and the Nerd. Merry Christmas.